Good morning, students. Welcome to 7th Standard Social Science, Term 3, Geography. So, Geography first unit, Exploring Continents, that is North America and South America. So, children, listen carefully to this session, and in case of any doubts, make a note of it, which shall be clarified on the day of reopening. So, now let's enter into today's topic. So today we are going to see fully about the North America and South America, their location, their boundaries, the major rivers and the major occupation. So everything we are going to see. First let's see about North America. So North and South America are often referred to as New World because they were discovered in the late 15th century, and in 1492 North America was discovered by Christopher Columbus while he was trying to find a new sea route into India, and the landmass was named America in the year 1507 after the Italian explorer Amerigo Vespucci, who landed on the continent. And also, the continent of North America lies between 7° north and 84° north latitude, which lie entirely in the northern hemisphere. So, the North America lies entirely in the northern hemisphere, and the Tropic of Cancer, that is 23.5° north, passes through the Mexico, and the Arctic Circle, that is 66.5° north, it runs through the north part of Canada. Longitudinally, it extends between 53° west and 180° west and lies entirely in the western hemisphere. So, North America lies in the northwestern hemisphere. And also, North America is surrounded by Pacific Ocean in the west, Atlantic Ocean in the east, Pacific Ocean in the west, Atlantic Ocean in the east, and South America in the south. The North America is joined with South America by the Isthmus of Panama, and the Bering Strait separates North America from Asia. And also, North America is the third largest continent next to Asia and Africa, and North America has 3 large countries and several smaller ones. Canada is the largest country of North America, followed by United States of America and Mexico. So, Canada is the largest state within North America, and next is USA and Mexico. The 7 small countries which lies in the south of Mexico are referred to as Central America. So this include Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala, Panama, Costa Rica, El Salvador and Belize. And also, the physical divisions of North America are the Rocky Mountains, the Great Plains, the Appalachian Islands and the Coastal Plain. So these are all the physical divisions of North America. And the Cordilleras are also called the part of the Ring of Fire. So Cordilleras are also part of the fire ring of Pacific Ocean because there are number of active volcanoes, and this area is also subject to earthquakes. So Cordilleras is in the part of the Pacific Ring of Fires which have many active volcanoes. So now let's see some highest peaks in different countries. So first one is in Asia, the Mount Everest has a very high peak, that is 8,848 meters. And in South America, Mount Aconcagua, it has 6,961 meters height. In North America, Mount McKinley, 6,194 meters height. In Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro, which is 5,895 meters height. In Europe, Mount Elbrus, which is 5,642 meters height. In Antarctica, Mount Vinson Massif, which is 4,892 meters height. And in Australia, Mount Kosciuszko, which is 2,228 meters height. And also, the Mississippi and the Missouri rivers are the longest rivers in North America. So, the longest rivers in North America is the Mississippi and Missouri rivers. And The Mackenzie River is the second largest drainage basin of North America. So the Mackenzie River is the second largest river of North America. And then St. Lawrence has its own origin in Lake Ontario, which flows northeast and drains into the Atlantic Ocean. So St. Lawrence is also another major river in North America. And then Grand Canyon is a steep-sided canyon carved by the Colorado River in Arizona state of USA. So Grand Canyon is a steep-sided canyon which is carved by the Colorado River. And then the Mississippi River has been given the nickname the Big Muddy. So which river is the Big Muddy? Means the Mississippi River, because it erodes a lot of sand and muds as it gushes down the mountains, and some of the states of the USA are named after the tributaries of the two mighty rivers, the Mississippi and the Missouri. And then the westerlies or the anti-trades are prevailing winds from the west towards the east in the middle latitudes between the 30 and 60 degree latitude. So the westerlies are a kind of wind which blows in North America. And this is the types of forest in North America. First one is tundra forest. The climate is winter is very long and severely cold, summer is short and cool, rainfall is scanty. So the region is north coast of Canada and northern islands, and the flora means the plant are the mosses, lichens and dwarf willows, whereas the fauna means the animals are the Arctic fox, reindeer, musk, ox, polar bears and blue fox. So these are all the types of forest in North America. So next type is taiga or the cold temperate coniferous forest, and next one is temperate prairie grasslands. And next one is the Mediterranean type of forest, and next one is the desert type of forest, and then the cool temperate deciduous forest and the tropical rain forest. So the type of the forest are divided based on their location. And next one is mountain forest, so near the mountain areas. So these are all the animals of North America: bison, raccoon, rattlesnake and musk ox. These are all the famous animals of North America. So now let's see what are the minerals present in North America. First one is iron. So this is the place where the iron ore is extracted. For example, iron ore is extracted in the Appalachian Islands, the lake regions, Great Lake regions. So like that the iron ore is extracted. Next one is the copper, silver, gold, coal, petroleum, oil and natural gas are the main minerals which are extracted in North America. And also wheat is cultivated, and then maize or corn, and then barley and oats, and then cotton is cultivated, and sugar cane. And also Cuba is known as the sugar bowl of the world. It may be asked in one word. And then the berries, the berry types, that is the fruit types like raspberry, strawberry, so wild berry, everything is grown in North America. And next we can move on to South America. So next to Asia, Africa and North America, South America is the fourth largest country in the world, and most of the South American continent lies within the southern hemisphere, and hence it is called southern continent. The Isthmus of Panama in the northwest connects the South America with the North America. So South America is the fourth largest country, and it is also called southern continent because it lies in the southern hemisphere. And also together with the Central America and the South America, it is called Latin America. So together with the Central America in the north to the South America, together it is called Latin America, have been discovered and colonized mostly by the Latins, that is the Spanish and the Portuguese. And also South America lies between 12 degree north and 55 degree south latitudes, and 35 degree west and 81 degree west longitude, and the equator, which is 0 degree latitude, passes through the mouth of the Amazon river, and the Tropic of Capricorn, which is 23 degree to 20 degrees south longitude, passes through the Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. South America is inverted triangular shaped landmass. So the South America is in the shape of inverted triangle. So this is the location of South America. And next is the major physical divisions of South America are the Andes Mountain, the river basin or the Central Plains, and the Eastern Islands. So these are all the major physical divisions of South America. And next one is, in equatorial region, conventional rain occurs almost daily in the afternoons. It generally occurs at 4 p.m. That's why it is known as 4 o'clock rain. So in South America, in the equatorial region, rain occurs correctly at 4 p.m. So that particular region comes under the equatorial region. So that rain is called 4 o'clock rain. And also, Amazon is the greatest river of South America and the largest drainage system in the world in terms of volume of its flow and the area of its basin. So Amazon is the greatest river of South America. So these are all the types of forest in South America. First one is the equatorial forest, and then the temperate forest, and this is the climate for the forest, and this is the region where the forest is covered, and flora means the plant type and fauna means the animal type. Next one is the Mediterranean forest, the savanna grassland, the pampas grassland, and finally the desert. So this is the famous animals of South America, that is rhea. So rhea is a flightless bird, and llamas. So llamas is just like the horse. And Brazil is considered as the coffee pot of the world. So Brazil stands first in the production of coffee and third in cocoa in the world. Minas Gerais and Sao Paulo are the important coffee growing areas in Brazil. Hence it is referred as coffee pot of the world. It may be asked in one word. And also estancias. So estancias means the sheep rearing people. So estancias are the sheep rearing people. So estancias means the breed raised on a large pasture land. So the breed means the sheep which was raised on a large pasture land are called estancias. And also Peru is one of the world's largest producers of tropical fish. So Peru is the largest producer of tropical fish, which is located in South America. So these are all the industries in South America. For example, the iron and steel industry, cotton, textile, sugar industry, food processing, oil refining, chemicals and automobiles. So these are all the type of industries, and major industrial places are Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Peru, Uruguay and Venezuela. And South American nations have variety of music. Some of the most famous genres include samba from Brazil. So samba is a form of music in Brazil, tango from Argentina, Uruguay and cumbia from Colombia. So these are all the music forms in South America. So children, we have come to an end of today's session. So with this video, exploring continents, that is North America and South America, is completed. So you can refer your textbook pages. So today's topic are covered from page number 137 to 162. So now it's time for questions. So let's see some evaluation questions, and in case of any doubts you can go through the whole session video once again, or else you can refer your textbook. So let's see some evaluation questions. First one, 86 meter below the sea level is the lowest part of the continent of North America. Second one, which is one of the world's best fishing grounds? Third one, the highest peak in the Andes is on Chile-Argentina border. So on what Chile-Argentina border? And next one, what is the equatorial regions which are referred to as lungs of the world? And next one is, Which place is known as coffee pot of the world? So children, try to answer all these questions in the notebook which you are maintaining for social science. So with this video, your geography first unit, that is exploring continents, North America and South America, is completed. Thank you.